I'm gonna pour a single drop of holy oil in its mouth.
As you do that, the body then proceeds to shrivel into ash and disappear. After you use a bit more holy water, because one drop didn't be 100% effective. Put down that your flask is now 1/3 empty. So 2 more uses of holy water. Alright, you guys have killed off and converted that ghast into ashes. As you stand there, 2 party members pretty well hurt from him. Arim is once again on the ground. Not
Do
moving.
we have any electric panels to wake him up?
You do not have a defibrillator. But if you ask a gnome...
I'm in floor panels.
If you
Did
ask the
Perthros
gnomes,
say this
they
out
might
loud?
make it.
I don't know. Let's check. Yes.
What did you say out loud?
Do we have an electric floor panel to wake him up?
Upon hearing
Okay.
Perthros say this, I will think to myself, do that and you will die. Damn half-elf.
Wow.
And thus Arim has become racist against half-elf. No. Maybe if it actually happens.
Told you, pal.
Tell me what. What?
I was typing, sorry.
When do I become unparalyzed?
After 2 rounds, so technically in a second.
Jared is trolling me.
I'm gonna try and recover my daggers.
I'm gonna recover my arrows since my arrow just flunked in a ghost and the ghost is gone. It just went.
It's not a ghost. It was a ghast. A ghoul. It's essentially a corpse possessed by a ghost.
Oh. So it doesn't eat toast with breakfast.
No.
No, but it did speak the language that they normally spoke when they were alive. Which is weird.
Arim is able to get up now.
I'll slowly make my way up. By slowly, I mean as slow as the flip button will allow me.
Sure.
Jared, why am I blue?
Because when I set it to color change, I was noticing that that was probably the color that made your hair appear the most.
Well, you now are in. Well, there's ashes, but you're now in the room. The room that it was from is still unchecked.
Did I ever learn anything about the bars of metal, by the way?
It's just bars of metal. As far as like scraps, it's not like leftover pieces of anything being made, but you feel like there's quite a bit of metal here to be left, but you're pretty sure there was more, so it's hard to say if this is leftovers or maybe the beginning of a horde, or perhaps much like Zephyr suggested, maybe this is just their storage spot, and the people that were here never intended to leave or to never return, but as luck would have it, they didn't come back.
Alrighty then. Well, I am going to be drinking one of my light health potions. Or minor health potions, whatever the hell they're labeled as.
Right. You have it labeled down of how much they heal?
1d8 plus 3. I'm healing for 7. Thank you, fucking rolls, for being weird. 18 plus 7. 25. Right.
Noah, does Tucson drink any of his health potions or no? Or did he not take any?
I have potions. And yes, I drank one.
How much did it heal?
11. I also did this during the time when I went in, so I just now kind of added the points back.
Well, that's all then. Tucson, what exactly was in that room besides that thing we just killed?
Gel cells.
Anything of interest there, or was that thing it?
I didn't look around the corner. And there's another door, I think.
Do you think the other thing's in there?
There might be another.
What other thing, Tate?
The other named creature.
Your character never saw those two creatures. Only
No, not
Arid.
those. The
Let's talk about the orcs.
the name, the orcs. Yeah.
Oh! I don't know.
Galork and Gills.
You guys
or
did
whatever
just
his name
kill
was.
a orc corpse.
Killed an orc corpse again?
Re-murder.
So, as the party stands there drinking their potion and recollecting their thoughts, discussing what was in that room, it had been mentioned that there was another door in there. There is also a door, two more
Behind me.
doors, in this room that have not been checked yet.
And on that thought, I will say, has everyone checked the door behind me over here? No, me and Zephyr were over in that corner quite a bit, but I don't think Zephyr touched the door, and I know I haven't.
I've been over in the other corner.
I haven't touched it.
Any chance you think the other door we saw in the jail room, Tucson, might link up to that?
Probably. It was pretty close on the wall. You know, it's probably a storage room considering where we are.
Maybe a former storage room, considering everything seems to be laid out over here, in this room.
Or maybe they move all the stuff in there, and then show it off in front of the jail's people.
As like what, taunting them? Like,
Yes.
Neener,
Like,
neener, you can't have this?
I took all your shit, look at this, it's mine now. Either way, Gil might also be in there if this is what we're thinking.
Marcus, what the hell was the name again on the wall?
Gilly?
I was close.
Did we determine if Gilly was a first name or a last name?
Or just
You don't know?
spelling.
You have a wall that says Gilly died here, and you had another room that had an orc double axe that had the name,
Battle Axe, by the way.
with a name on it, and you
Orc.
had an orc corpse just attack you. And you know that the name that was on the axe is a last name, thanks to Zephyr's book.
I wonder if another one of those things are around then, considering it looked like an orc. And since we learned that the battle axe, that Glork, was the last name, I wonder if Gilly might have been a first name, so... Or you know, a misspelling of Glorg. Could have. So, we should
Gilly
probably...
Galork?
It-
God, that parent must have hated that kid.
Initials GG, Berthros.
What?
GG.
Yeah.
Gilly Glorg. Good game. Come on, man.
I'm aware of that. I don't know if Perthos would be.
It's more meant a joke to be a player joke than a in-game
Yes,
character joke.
and mine was supposed... Nah, whatever.
But anyway, shall we check the other doors then? Oh, Tucson, did you want to go back into the jail room, actually? Maybe take someone with you this time? And check that door, and we can kind of open them both at the same time if they're unlocked.
Sure.
Might be able to catch if there's anything in there by surprise. Has anybody volunteered to go with Tucson? And or be a chat relay, if you will. By, like, standing by the doorway so you know, we can talk to each other through a third person.
How sure is Perthros about being there? He made that joke about Arim.
That's why I'm standing a few feet behind?
Fair enough. Is
And
Avita
besides-
gonna go in with Tucson there, Tate?
Bertheros also wouldn't know,
Yeah.
Marcus, because it was a thought. It was never said out loud.
No, because he said it out loud. And Arim didn't respond to it when he was finally moving, so Perthros might be like, oh god, he's mad and he won't do anything. He'll
At
do
this-
something when I don't expect it.
At this point, I don't care because I actually also stepped on one of the electric panels and didn't get paralyzed.
Fair enough. Huh. Anyway, I just had the realization that Arim is the one that gets paralyzed a lot.
Yeah.
Yep. Mark it down as a character flaw, apparently.
Arim the Unmoving.
Anyway, I shall jiggle the handle to see if it's unlocked on the door.
It is.
Sure, very simple
And
forward.
as Tucson does it to his, it does not. It is locked.
Is Zephyr relaying this information then between us? Because I assume we're not
That's up to
shouting
Zephyr.
through walls. Though this building might actually be pretty echoey, but Is Zephyr relaying? Jared?
Yes.
I will attempt to unlock the door.
He's currently fiddling with the knobs.
I approve of that relay.
What check was that again?
He's tuning tricks
Open
in Valley.
lock. It's a trained deck skill, I do believe.
18.
You try fiddling with it, and you are unable to get it open. But it is a wooden door, and it is aged. You think to yourself, well, if I can't unlock it, I bet I could break it.
Going to
Would you
try.
really be thinking this?
Going to try
Maybe.
one more time to unlock the door. This just pissed me off.
Okay.
Use the birthday reroll.
Mod 20.
What is the final number?
20.
Unfortunately, no.
Well, that was a DC, 1,000?
No. But it's a nice lock.
Is it
Now
21?
he's starting.
No.
Now
Could we
he's
break
starting
the
to
door
twitch a
and
bit.
take the lock for our own door.
Alvina, you see Tucson trying, and you see his left brow is starting to get a twitch.
One last time before I literally try to rip the lock off the door.
Okay.
I think maybe we should get Zephyr.
24.
I'm so sorry. But no. Oh, you're destroying that door with that roll.
22 to strength.
Yeah, roll, what's damage with your hands? A D4? Yeah. Roll me a D4.
D3, I think.
No, roll me a D3 and add your strength to it.
It's also just a break DC that applies to most objects. It just
Uh-huh.
breaks regardless.
I just want to see how badly he breaks it. Oh, he destroyed it. I
6
just want to know
damage.
how bad. 6? Okay.
Max.
Before we do that, Arim, do you enter the door after knowing he can't unlock it, or are you waiting for him? It got relayed to you that he was trying to picklock it, right?
Yes, and I was going to wait for him, so unless Zephyr told me that he is now randomly busting into the door, I would still be waiting.
Oh, he's doing it in one swift action. That's what I wanted to know. All right.
Yeah, like a second after he kicks or busts it open, I'd be like, yeah, he's in now.
I think Arim will know, as Tucson quite literally kicks the door in, but the door has started to give way. The bit of the door that was attached to the wall via lock is still attached to the wall. Some of the hinges are still attached to the wall. The rest of the door is completely destroyed and in the room.
Here's Johnny.
Question: does the lock still being on the wall bother Tucson?
I don't know.
Oh, immensely.
So yes, Tucson, the locked bit of the door is still attached.
Do I see any immediate threat in the room?
No. The room lights up and there's actually 3 chests in there.
I'm gonna go straight back to the lock.
Well, after hearing the what would be presumably a loud noise of door busting down, I'm gonna go in, open the door.
Yours opens perfectly fine. And you see bits of wood everywhere. Tucson is in the doorway, fiddling around with the lock.
Wait, Argus? 27?
No,
What the fuck?
The actual fuck marks.
it's 30.
So I have to get a
Near
19 or better.
impossible lock.
Yeah, it's a really good lock.
Apparently,
I kind
considering
of
the other
assumed
door's
if he could
unlocked,
somehow get it off, he's gonna take it.
You know,
I would too.
that's a good idea. We could always take the lock, use it for us.
How many rolls do I get till I just can't anymore?
I'll give you 5.
5 more rolls or 5 rolls in total?
5 more. As I'm sure they're gonna look at the chests, you are able to continue fiddling.
Is Perthos following behind me? And what was Bean doing?
Avina's sneaking past Tucson as he messes with the lock to come into the room.
4th roll
Yeah, he's lost.
gets 30 total.
Then you finally got it. As your brow is just going at light speed, and there's some breathing of just, going on, you finally hear the click, and the lock comes off and it's in your hand.
Hold it up triumphantly and walk into the storage room. I got it! As I walk through the broken ass door.
At this point, we're looking at the chest.
While he's been doing this, though, Avina and Arim are looking at the chest, right?
Yes.
Okay. Perthros and Zephyr are doing what exactly?
I'm also in here.
You can put Zephyr in there if you want. Or is he gonna hang out outside the door?
He'll be outside the door.
He's playing guard.
No, he's watching from safety.
Okay. The chests are not trapped, thankfully.
We don't know that yet.
But I thought you opened up the 2.
You asked if we were checking out the chest. Yes, we are checking
I
out
thought
the
you
chest. We
opened-
have not yet opened them. Based on your warning.
Okay, well, you look over the 2 that you're currently looking over. Those 2 do not look trapped.
Okay. I proceed to try to open it. And I assume Tate does the same. Why is Tate standing on top of
Yes.
the fucking chest?
Was opening it. I was doing a movement.
Avina's opens. Arim's seems like it's trying to open, but you're pretty sure maybe it's a
Don't
bit
say it.
rusted. You don't think it's locked, but the damn thing just won't want to open.
Alright.
I was gonna say, don't say the forbidden L word around Tucson.
Hey, Tucson. Since you seem to be having trouble with that lock, because I assume he has yet to get it off at this particular point in time. Would you mind trying your hand at the chest? Here it seems to be, I don't know, locked or rusted or something.
As he says, rusted, that's when Tucson gets the lock off, and he's, the whole time you were talking, super invested in it. So he probably didn't hear you. And then he walks into the room as you look at him, with him holding the lock in the air, being triumphant, yelling, "I did it."
Okay, Tucson, could you look at this chest then?
Is it locked?
Locked or rusted, like I just said. Tucson?
Okay, I just need a second. Sure, I'll look at it.
Alright, I shall take a step to the right and begin looking at chest 6. As to
Can I stop him?
Stop me?
Yes.
Oh. Sure.
So, I would just like to point out, this one had nothing with it, this one's locked, this one's probably trapped.
This one's rusted, potentially. Maybe
It's
locked.
either rusted or it's locked.
No.
At that point, I would still say, well, I don't know, man.
No, with Marcus's description, it's probably just rusted. But,
I
roleplay.
don't know, man.
I will try and open it.
You don't think it's locked as it starts to lift a little bit, but it starts getting jammed. As if, again, it's rusted, or something is wrong with the hinges.
You said it opens a little bit?
Yeah.
I want to peek inside. Using my lantern for a bit of light.
You can see there's shapes in there, but you really can't make out what's in there.
I think Tusa was more asking about the locking mechanism.
No, I was looking in the chest.
Oh.
I pull out my crowbar. So I'm
Okay.
gonna pry this open.
Give me a strength check, and what's Arim do at the last chest?
Well, I'm going to ignore Perthros' warning about this potentially being trapped.
And Perthros is going to back the fuck out.
With Zephyr in the mind. And I'll be trying to open up chest 6.
Okay, with the +2 circumstance bonus on strength checks from a crowbar, I have a 21.
Wait, these guys
Alright,
get
you
off
were
first.
able to break it open.
Yes,
And
it
we'll-
offers that.
We'll get to you in a minute. Arim doesn't check over that chest, he just opens it up. Or tries opening it up.
Yes.
It opens up, and there is the sound of a snap. Turns out, Perthros was right.
God damn it, Lance.
Yeah! Kinda.
I just like Perthros is in the background. I called it! Oh, wait, are you okay?
Oh shit, that's a bad thing.
And now I'm paralyzed again, aren't I?
Oh, please God. Let it be so.
Marcus not saying anything worries me.
I think he has to look into what the trap actually was.
Still
because
worries me.
generator- You are being turned into a ghoul.
Into a kobold.
You open it up, and in the chest, among whatever treasures were in it, was a small box attached to a triggering mechanism that launches out a single dart that hits you in the neck, below the chin, and you are paralyzed for 2 rounds. Also, Lamb, fuck you.
Wait, which
what?
part?
Why fuck Lamb?
Because he called that it was trapped and that it was gonna paralyze someone.
Well, no, Cal called that part, and I was just like, please
Oh.
let that be it.
Then fuck both of you. My apologies.
To be fair,
Nevertheless-
my reasoning on it being trapped was wrong. So,
You,
Arim? Oh wait,
Arim
he's fine.
falls backwards.
And
Paralyzed
as
once
falling
again.
backwards,
He's just looking
I am thinking to myself, what the fuck is up with this place and paralyzing?
Marcus, can you start to develop, like, resistance to paralyzation at this point?
Probably not, but on the positive side, at least when his character gets older and starts to have issues moving, he'll be like, yeah, I'm used to this.
this.
This is norm. This has been norm for most of my life.
Let's just all take a nap.
Now, what was in the lock chest?
Oh no, has it been 12 seconds yet?
Uh,
If not, I'm still kind of there in front of the chest.
What was in my chest?
I don't
Nothing.
know. Usually,
Give
there's
me a minute.
lungs
I'm
and...
writing it down from the loot generator so I can remember.
No, you guys missed a clear, easy. Never mind.
I made an anatomy joke.
Lamb wins the internet.
It wasn't even a boobs joke. It was an actual, like, anatomy joke. It wasn't a good anatomy joke, but...
I'll show you an anime joke with paralyzing.
Hey, I gave you fair warning.
This chest better have something good. I think to myself, laying here still, for being paralyzed a third time.
Wait, what did the first time? Was it a different trap?
Well, third time within this particular dungeon.
Yeah, I know. Was it this one up here? Was that it?
Got the cube paralyzing. And then I got paralyzed from
right.
the ghast, and now I'm paralyzed again from the chest.
So you're gonna get a potion of paralyzation immunity. Lasts for 10 minutes.
Yeah, something along those lines.
Hey, Lamb.
And then
That
you
was a
drink
good
it and it
anatomy
paralyzes
joke.
you. What?
Thank
Lamb,
you,
that was a good
Noah. I
anatomy
wasn't
joke.
100% sure what I wanted to give. There is absolutely a potion in there now.
That's a good anatomy joke, Lamb. It's the best one I've heard in recent memory.
Boo.
All right. N Tates.
Feel free to answer my question afterwards, Marcus. Continue on the loot.
In Tates, there was 200 gold, an aquamarine, and a blood ruby. And the locked one,
Ooh.
Tucson finally pops it open, and there is merely, essentially the remains of a body that had its head chopped off, with the head having been placed on top of it. At this point, it's all but mostly skeleton. But in the eye sockets, there is 2 pearls.
I think his eyes are glazed over.
And in the trapped one was a opal, a black star sapphire, 600 gold, and a potion.
I know. Who uses a chest to hide a chest?
Are you referring to the skeleton? Or are you referring
Yeah.
to a box? Okay.
Oh my god, Jared, please.
It's a dark turn.
Hey, I need to adjust the lights whenever we go into dark rooms. That's genius. Anyway, I'm gonna gather the stuff in my chest. I pick up as I pick up the blood ruby. I was like, I wonder if any of these are magical. Little D would love these.
Arim is able to get up as they pick stuff up. Does Tucson take the pearls out of the skull? Or does
Yes.
he take the whole skull?
Take the pearls out.
Oh, he didn't want to take Frank?
No.
Okay. I don't know why I decided the skeleton's name is Frank, but fuck it. Arim stands up, I assume. Does he take the stuff out of his chest?
Yes.
Do Avina and Arim head on out?
What was in my chest?
Yours
Your heart.
had an opal, 600 gold, a black star sapphire, and a potion.
Arthros,
What?
can you do that detect magic-y thing on these pearls?
Well, fucking just hand them to me. I can look them over real quick. Might not even have to waste energy.
I can't hear you, Lamb. You're really quiet.
Hand them to me real quick. I might just be able to give them a look over. That way I don't have to waste the energy.
I hand him to him.
It doesn't look like it's magical. It could be imbued with a spell if someone wanted to, but based on the fact that most of the stuff here seems to be mundane, other than your select items, I'm talking item-wise, you're pretty sure this is just a really nice ruby.
While these could be made into spell catalysts, I don't think any of them are magical. The rest of the shit we found up here hasn't been, so.
Well, if we can, I'd probably do that.
And then I'll
Little
pocket the
D's
jet now.
looking for magic rocks now.
And then I will pocket the stones. Now I'll hand the stones back.
Abby takes her stones back.
Yeah.
Does Arim leave the room? There, Kelp?
I don't know. Do I get paralyzed again from picking up anything?
No, you're fine so far.
Do I get paralyzed for walking here?
You do not.
Do I get paralyzed for trying to look at the door?
No, but if you ask if you get paralyzed again, it might happen.
Do I become immobile from walking through the doorway?
Ah, clever. No, you don't.
Then yes, I leave the room.
But you are immobilized due to your friends blocking the way.
Okay.
Damn it.
Then I walk back through the room, go through this door that Tucson broke through, and then go through this door.
Fair enough.
Stuck in Tucson. It's like trying to do that.
Yeah, I'm gonna pocket a whole bunch of these again.
Okay. You know, you could also just ask Tucson to put them all into his bag of holding.
Yeah, but he already has a whole bunch of shit in there.
It's a bag of holding. Isn't it an infinite dimension?
No.
No. But he's definitely not filled it.
No, but didn't we have something in there that we didn't want to break?
The stuff in bags of holding don't break. No matter how much you shake the bag around, it doesn't actually affect where it goes.
Yeah, I still might as well pick these up. It's like books and shit, so. Books and papers and shit.
The bag of holding is essentially the Skyrim equivalent of inventory, where for some reason you can have 10,000 fucking apples on you, but the game gets upset when you want to pick up a sword. Anyway, all that's left for the party at this point, other than grabbing some random stuff out of this room, would be the south door.
Or this door.
What one? Oh, yeah, shit, I forgot about that one. My apologies. That one as well.
I wasn't cheating. Ow! Oh, Bam was just dragging his character along the floor.
So, which way would the characters like to go?
Arthur's picked up his backpack and fell over from the first start of the wait.
I would like to go... Hold on. Okay. This way.
Ah, we're gonna do a party split.
If only briefly.
No, my decision depends on the party, but I would just like to go this way. That's what Abby's gonna say.
Is
I
the
think
door
we should
locked?
go this way.
Yes, no, the door is locked.
Yes, the door is locked. But this one, the lock doesn't look quite as nice, and the door looks to be a bit more sturdy.
Too bad.
As if it's
31.
reinforced. Huh?
31.
Oh, you easily unlock it.
Opening the
Let's
small
go
block
this way.
definitely got me ready.
Noah pressed Y. It succeeded. Used up Cypher.
You deny the darkness in your soul. You deny your power.
So it looks like you guys are gonna go that way then?
At least look inside the room.
It is, as you peer in from that angle, a hallway that leads down into a staircase. And then a branches off to the side to go into another hallway. And then another bit that goes downwards, down another staircase.
I'm gonna look for traps.
And at the end of that staircase, it turns to the side. And that's where we're going to call it for the night.
Good, I'm tired as fuck.
Shit.
That lock really took it out of you.